You need to get really clear about your model as a real estate agent, because the most important conversation here is to consider if you want holidays. You want to design a life first and then build a business around that. Now, to do that, you need to start thinking about how you're going to generate your leads, who the people are that you're going to be working with on the inside of a team, and where your real areas of speciality are. Because one of the challenges is that we take on a lot of stress because we're trying to do a lot of things rather than focusing on the things that make us truly great. Now, what I like to do is I get people to do this thing where they write out all the things that they hate about what they're currently doing. I get them to write out all the things that they like. Then I also get them to write out all the things that they dislike. And it's kind of interesting because you write out, these are all the things that I like doing and that I love, and these are the things that I dislike, and these are the things that I hate. But unfortunately, as a real estate agent, you can't have prospecting and listing in the dislike or hate column, because prospecting and listing is actually fundamentally the job, where you need to focus on that being the love part, but everything else you can outsource to other people. Now, why do you need to go and build a team? Well, you don't have to, but the great thing about it is that then you can holiday, because then you've got someone else who can actually be running those listings. But this is about getting the intention of the business right. Because as a great sales agent, what you want to be thinking of is that your job is to stay out in front, listing and selling. But wouldn't it be great to have someone who's in the background that does all the email inquiries, basically everything that's on a computer, all of the administration stuff, all of the marketing stuff, so that you can just stay focused in being in front of consumers. What it also says is that the secondary part here is that how cool would it be if you could have somebody inside of your team that could do buyer appointments and market appraisal appointments, but even better than that, someone who could also list. And this is where the industry needs a big shift, because it's not just about having someone who's a junior agent that can do buyer work. It's about having someone on the inside of your team that can level up and actually be able to get into side of listing presentations. Now, why do you want someone doing listing presentations for you? Because when you holiday, they can be listing. And the great thing is that when they're holidaying, you can be listing some of their leads. And the great thing about that is that it actually builds a business over time that has succession, that has capability to grow. You see, the only reason why someone leaves a team is that fundamentally the leader of that team doesn't have a vision that's big enough to keep them. And really what your job as an agent is to do is to actually build a vision that is strong enough that actually allows people to make the decision to use you as an agent, but most importantly, to sit inside of your team because they're making great money. Now, if people are winning, they're really easy to manage. But one of the challenges is that people use language that is poor. I want to be an agent in 12 months. I want to step out on my own. No, what they're really saying is that I want to be financially successful and I need to know exactly what I need to do in order to be able to do that. Now, what you need to do is you need to get good at selling what it is that you do as an individual agent and why someone should be working a part of your team. Now, why would I go and work for an existing agent that's already doing lots and lots of listings and sales? Is because I can just literally sit in the background and capture all of the leads that they're in a position that they're just losing, that are just literally going by, that they're not catching. Now, the reason why that's such an important part is what you want to consider is that the most important conversations for an agent is to really understand how they generate their leads and what they're getting the people in their team to do. Now, I wouldn't get somebody in my team doing low dollar type activities when I could be getting them to do high dollar activities, which is about conversations of old open for inspection callback booklets, even past market appraisals and past clients of the firm. So what it really leads to is that you need to get clear definition of what service is and what the people in your team actually do to serve the customer. And if you do that, then you'll actually build a really good business that is resilient regardless of any changes in the marketplace. So what you need to consider: what is your intention about the team that you need to build? What is the organizational clarity around what those people need to be doing in order to be able to add significant value? And then what is the technical competence, the skills that you need to build to get people to that point that they can really deliver on the outcomes for you? So think intent, organizational clarity, technical competence, and where are the areas that you need to tighten up to really get that team to work? Well, I really hope that you enjoyed this week's coaching tip, and I look forward to seeing you next week.